where was I? where, where was I yesterday? Or the day before yesterday. Guys, I did not stream last night, okay? So if you thought that I was streaming, I wasn't. That was just a delusion. I think maybe Hassan put it on everyone or Destiny, I don't know. But it didn't happen. I definitely didn't stream, and I definitely didn't fall asleep on stream yesterday, okay? That wasn't me. There's no VOD. Ain't no VOD. So my coat is so dirty because I literally like grabbed my cat, and then I also picked up my cat, and then I also like was working on my car. But yeah, so same thing, guys. Same thing today, guys. No, actually, I do have something that I have to do. I'm still working on my car. Oh my god, look at this title. Oh, you guys can't see the title. It was see if we can even go back.
I'm going to
look at this title. School Essing Ethan Response Expedition 33 until stream. School S. Dude, what the hell, bro? Dude, Ben Askren was like a monster 5 years ago. Now he's like an old guy. What the heck did he take, bro? Did he take something, or did he have like a disease? Sorry, I need to check freaking Twitter. But before I go on Twitter, I obviously have to vet it first. Yep, just good old racist Twitter, it looks like. God, dude, why? Twitter has a problem, man. Ever since Elon has owned it, it's gotten more extreme. Ever since this became X, it's became, like, extreme. You hear me, Elon? Is that the pun you wanted? What? This? Is this what the kids are like fucking rubbing out to nowadays? Which is a picture of a bridge, dark bridge. 250k likes. Ooh, I'm shaking. Wow. Wow. Cheat sheet, you're welcome. Dude, these guys are weird. What the heck is wrong with these people? Oh yeah, Agent. Agent is going undercover, bro. He's going undercover, bro. What? She is scared that there are two black guys next to her that she doesn't know. Is that what's going on? Is this our fun Pokemon adventure now? Is that Team Rocket coming to kill them? New JJK anime movie key visual. It's a movie. Shibuya arc plus Culling game. First 2 episodes will be made into a movie. That's smart. That's smart. The anime movie scene is freaking gigantic. Like Demon Slayer 2, if it's bigger than Mugen Train, I mean that's like breaking world records. And it seems like it might. There's like a want for a specific type of entertainment right now. And it seems it's like colorful and like fiction is the most popular. At least from my perspective. Hold up a second. No, I actually think there's like a need for a want for movies right now, or like a type of story where like the good guy just gets his ass fucking handed to him and just gets near death like multiple times, but then like things kind of figure out, I guess, in the end. But just like it's like JJK's cover is like kind of encapsulating that perfectly. Like, and you can kind of see the damage of like oh whoa. It's not like, oh yeah, everything's gonna be fine now. Not like Marvel, but more, yeah, like JJK, like Demon Slayer. People, there's actually stakes, and those stakes are felt. That's pretty much like people got to realize that. That's what people want. You have real life stakes. No. I ain't going down anymore. Yeah, that's crazy. It's funny to me that these are two people to play Wolverine in a live action film. No comment there. Yeah, this is gonna be crazy. This is probably gonna be like one of the most top grossing movies of all time. And I don't say that lightly. I know what it's up against. But that's, I mean, dude, Shibuya Arc has hype on it. Hype. Why can't I? Okay. Anyways, get this guy out of here. I'm done with that. Yeah, if you want to read a good story where the main character is just like really challenged and it's not like he has plot armor, I would say Invincible is good, and then also JJK is good. Demon Slayer is good. I think Cyberpunk is probably good for that. Made in Abyss is always good. I mean, I say this, but like Dragon Ball's still bomb as hell too. Broly's good. Dragon Ball Z Broly. Oh god, I wanted to watch a movie actually, or I wanted to watch like something, whatever. Yeah, I need to clean these freaking terminals, bro. This is gonna be so annoying. How to clean battery corrosion. So my thing is I just don't want to grab the battery and shock myself. If I can just not shock myself, that'd be great. Dude, this literally looks like the guy I talked to at the AutoZone yesterday. Dude, that JJK news is big though. That's big.
You have to work harder, they can get hot, it can end up ruining your alternator, your starter, and in extreme cases, it can even start a fire. And they're real easy to clean. Just loosen the terminal, take it off, and have one of these tools. You use the round hole to clean the post. Gets all the corrosion off. And you clean the battery terminal with the brush. Now you notice my wife's Lexus doesn't have corrosion because it has these anti-corrosion rings. They absorb the battery acid vapor so they don't corrode anymore. Couple of bucks save you from having problems down the line. Here I'm going to show you why you don't want corrosion on your battery terminals. Corrosion increases the electrical resistance between the battery post and your wiring system. More resistance means the wires have to work harder, they can get hot, it can end up ruining.
Limu, I drive. You help people customize and save with Liberty Mutual.
At QFC Pharmacy, flu and COVID vaccines are now
Can we not?
available.
Can we not have this ad right here, right in the middle of my thinking? Seriously.
Am I allowed to touch this without getting
It's like literally when I'm thinking I have ads
Welcome to
now.
Home Garage. In this video, I'm going to tell you why you shouldn't be afraid of your car battery. Now, in fact, under normal conditions, a 12-volt battery will not shock you. Now, they have to get a little bit complicated, but the main reason you can safely touch the positive and negative terminals of a car battery and walk away unscathed is due to the voltage of the battery. You see, car batteries have a nominal voltage of 12 volts, which can vary up or down depending on the level of charge. Alone, that just doesn't have enough to pose a problem. That's why you can safely touch both terminals of the car battery without receiving a shock. Traditional car batteries are capable of delivering
I don't know about
a lot of
that.
amperage in short bursts, which is the main reason the lead-acid technology
I don't know
is
about
still in
that.
use. Starter motors require a lot of amperage to run, and lead-acid batteries are good at providing short, intense bursts of
This is a
amperage.
good way to
However,
trick someone,
there's a
huh?
world of difference between starter motors and the high-contact
They clean and
resistance of your
straightforward.
body. While a car battery has enough amperage, electrical power to kill you, it doesn't have enough voltage, electrical force,
Oh my
to
God,
push
I'm-
electrons through your body. Your body is just not
I was talking
enough to be
slow.
fried by 12 volts. If you were made of metal, well, that'd be a different story.
If you were made of metal, then it would be a different story. That's kind of like how I talk. It's like 1.5. It's like a little bit better. Just a little bit
Our
better.
skin is a relatively poor conductor of electricity, meaning it resists more of the electric current than it actually conducts. And that's why you can actually touch the terminals of a car battery without feeling a shock, although you may feel a tingle if your hands were wet. However, hybrid and electric vehicles have totally different setups.
Oh,
Those car
a
batteries
tingle?
often use lithium-ion or nickel metal
Can I just
hydride
wear gloves?
technology
I have
instead of
gloves.
lead-acid.
Guys, anyone in
They're
chat, tell me,
operating at
will I
200 or more
will I get
volts.
shocked if I
So,
touch the
would
battery?
totally let the
Don't
batteries
lie.
handle those
Don't lie to
things.
me.
However, 12-volt batteries are not harmless, though. There are many ways that you can injure yourself with a car battery. The main danger associated with car
Okay, so it's not dangerous, but there's a ton of ways that you can injure yourself with it. This guy's lying? Guys, I'm not dumb for looking this up. This is something that you want to know. You don't want to just stick a fork in an outlet, okay?
Our batteries is explosion, which may occur due to a
I don't know.
phenomenon known as
I don't know
gas,
if you-
where the battery releases
I don't know if
flammable
you're a bad
gas.
person, maybe
If
you should do
hydrogen
that.
gas is ignited by a spark, the entire battery can explode. This is why it's so important to follow the correct procedure when hooking up jumper cables or a battery charger. If you touch both terminals with a metal wrench, for instance, you can create a spark and ignite the hydrogen gas in the battery. Keep in mind, although you can't be electrocuted by simply touching the terminals of a regular car battery due to the low voltage, you can receive a nasty shock from other components of a traditional automotive electrical system. For instance, in ignition systems that use a cap and rotor, an ignition coil is used to provide a tremendous amount of voltage that requires to push a spark across the gap of a spark plug. Typically by touching a spark plug wire or coil wire with frayed insulation while also touching the ground, you will definitely feel a bite. And what about unhooking the battery? Does it matter which one of the terminals you remove first? The reason you remove the negative first is because it's safer for you. The negative cable is attached to the chassis of the car.
Okay, so I'm going to remove the negative one
And
first.
say if that wrench slips and it hits the chassis, nothing will happen.
Oh, okay.
Once you take off the negative
Good.
cable,
So, okay, I'm going negative
positive
first.
without any worry. With the negative cable removed, if your wrench were to hit the chassis once you're removing the positive, nothing would happen because the negative is actually disconnected.
Okay, so I'm going to get
If the
negative
positive
first.
and your wrench touches the chassis as it did with the negative, you could get an incredibly huge spark, and maybe even more as the wrench pulls the reverse and your wrench touches the chassis as it did with the negative.
Guys, I don't need
Incredibly
more
huge spark,
fluffy
and maybe
hair.
even more as the wrench pulls a lot of
I don't need that.
The spark can be hot enough to throw bits of molten metal and maybe even weld the wrench to the car. So it's a lot safer just to do the negative first. But if you were to take off the positive without the wrench,
Might weld the wrench to the car.
So it's a lot
Yeah,
safer
so
just to do the
it's kind of
negative.
safer to do the other one first. Thanks, bud.
It'll be fine. Nothing will happen or harm the
Thanks.
system. And there you have it. Handling your car battery
There you have
can be a
it.
scary thing.
Might weld your wrench to your car. Good
So
luck.
make sure you help to keep this channel going by hitting that like button, sharing this video with a friend. Also, please comment below as I reply to all. Plus, don't forget to subscribe. And we'll see you next time on your home garage.
That guy just lied to me. He wants me to die. I know him. I can sense his evil in his voice.
Now notice I say diagnose first because it's very important to figure out why your battery went dead. Is it because the battery...
Alright, let's see how we can fix this.
Battery itself is bad.
I imagine this guy will tell us how to unplug it.
Alternator, how to test for parasitic draw, how to properly clean your terminals to make sure there's a perfect electrical connection. That way you know if your battery's bad or if it's something else. Now if you do have a bad battery, don't worry. Replacing a battery is super
Oh, he has
simple.
gloves on. I'm gonna put gloves on.
Even if you're a pro at replacing batteries, this video will hopefully teach you something new with all the tips and tricks I have. For example, when you go to buy a battery, like in this case, you can see we have a silver, we have a gold, we have a platinum. There's different tiers of battery. Which battery is right for you? Can you buy the least expensive battery? Or do you need to buy the most expensive battery? I'm going to talk about the different tiers and which one is right for you. Another cool thing that I did that I really like is I cut open an old battery that is bad.
I'd imagine
That
you
means
just
that
get
home
the-
battery acid is not safe, but the acid has been removed. I'm going to teach you how a battery
Dang.
works. This is going to be really cool to see because you normally don't get to see this. And you can see right there is a bad cell.
Yeah, what is
And I'm
that?
gonna teach you what causes a battery to go bad. From vibration, from heat, from discharging it too much. That way, with that information, you can prevent that from happening to your battery. And then finally, once we go to replace the battery, I'm going to show you how to do it in a way that doesn't disconnect the 12 volts from your car. So your car's computer doesn't reset, the clock doesn't reset, you don't lose your radio station, you don't lose any presets. It's actually a really nifty thing to do. That way you don't lose that 12 volt connection, which basically resets your car. And I do want to thank Advanced Auto Parts very much for supporting the video and sending me out these brand new die-hard batteries. That way I can teach you guys the proper way to replace a battery. I'll be sure to link all these tools and
I don't know if I trust him.
so you can
I don't know.
easily find them. And
Not
with that,
sure yet.
Let's go get started. So real quick, I'm gonna be
Seems a
doing
little
what happens
bit
when
too
you start the car
chapper
with
for me.
batteries. We'll start
Chuppy.
with Susan, our previously vandalized car. Okay, let's hit the start button.
That neighborhood's a little
And it
fake.
tries to start. It turns over a little bit. Let's try that again. And yeah, this battery is so weak it won't start.
Wow.
Not even close. And this is a pretty new car, so what's the problem? Next up, we have the drift staying, which unfortunately hasn't been used too much because it's been a cold winter. So let's go start her up. Make sure the car's in neutral. Clutch in. Try it again.
Dude, that's my car.
And you can hear
Wow.
this battery is dead as well.
That is my car.
I'll show you what it's like to start my Duramax diesel.
Oh, that's my
with
car.
batteries. Sometimes she starts up, and sometimes she really struggles. Now with the diesel, turn the key to the run position and wait for that yellow wait light on the dash to shut off. And that's for the glow gloss.
Wow.
Again.
That's the most sad time.
As well. So all three of these cars barely turn over, they click when you try to start them. What's the next step? Well, the next step is to locate the battery. In most cars, the battery is located under the hood in the front. You see this one right here. But in some cars, like this BMW, the battery is actually located in the trunk, usually in the back corner, to help with weight distribution. So we have the battery right
Ugh.
there. And same thing with the
That's
Maserati.
so
Check
terrible.
out the trunk. You can lift up this little access port, and you can see the battery is located right there. If you can't find your battery, just check your owner's manual. It'll let you know where it is. Now, once you locate your battery, before you grab any tools, there's two quick things that we can test out. The first thing is to make sure these terminal connectors are nice and tight. Give them a wiggle. That's not budging. Give this a nice wiggle. See if it lifts up, and that's not budging either. If your connectors move at all, make sure you tighten it up, and that could solve your issue. Even just a little bit of looseness here could cause the electricity not to flow properly, and that could cause your car not to start. The next thing to look for is to make sure your terminals are clean and corrosion-free. You should see no corrosion on them, and they should look dirty. These look nice and clean.
This all looks familiar.
If you see corrosion or dirt, it's important that you clean it, so let me show you
That's-
how. So the
that
dirty
looks like
terminals
mine.
are on my pickup truck. And they're not really dirty because they are corroded, but they're more dirty because I go off-roading and get mud everywhere. But this is still a good example on how to clean. So let me show you how to clean the battery terminal so you have a perfect connection. First, get your safety glasses on, then grab a little bit of warm water and some baking soda and make a little slurry so that we can neutralize any acid that might be on the post. Then just brush down the post in the
Well,
surrounding area.
I don't know if I
Right
need
there,
that.
there's a little bit of acid being neutralized. If that sat there over time,
That's
it
just a little
causes
extra,
corrosion
right?
and that's why we use the baking soda to clean the post. Next,
That's
we
just
start
a little
the
extra.
remove it and tuck it away against battery. Don't let it hit any bare metal. Now with all the acid removed around the terminal.
Whoa. Yeah, what was that part? What was that last part, bud?
And that's why we use the baking soda to clean our posts. Next, loosen up the connection so we can remove it and tuck it away against the plastic of the battery. Don't let it hit any bare metal. Now with all the acid removed around the terminal and it's relatively clean, we want to sand it down to get a fresh surface again.
I don't know about that.
Don't let it hit any bare. We use the baking soda to clean our
He just skipped over that part.
Remove it and tuck it away against the plastic of the battery. Don't let it hit any bare metal. Now with all the acid removed
Okay.
it's relatively clean, we want
God.
to sand it down to get a fresh surface again with connection. So you can use 180 degree sandpaper, you could use one of these abrasive pads, or you could use a metal wire brush. So brush the terminal to reveal the fresh.
Bro, is this guy trying to kill us? Why is he doing the positive first? Why is he doing positive first? Shouldn't you do negative first? Oh my god, I think Chris Fix might be Chris Lie.
Fresh metal.
This is
Also
crazy,
brush the
bro.
wire end on
These
the outside.
car people are getting exposed right now.
Inside where it makes contact with the battery. Beautiful. So with the inside of the terminal end clean and our terminal clean, we have a nice fresh surface, so we have a good electrical connection. One thing that I like to do, ever since I got my drift car, this came with the drift car, these little felt terminal protectors. I didn't think anything of them, but they actually work really well to help prevent corrosion. And also it makes it really easy to see which side's the positive of the battery, which side's the negative, because they're color coded.
Yeah, why is he on the positive first, dude? Is this guy...
I highly suggest it. It just makes the install that much better. And these felt pads have a chemical in them to help neutralize any acid that might come out or vent out. That way, it reduces corrosion. So let's reconnect our wires and be sure to push it all the way down and then tighten it down so it's snug, but don't over tighten it. And give it a wiggle to make sure it doesn't move. And the last thing to do is get the packet of silicone grease and get some on the terminal ends and coat the entire metal surface. The silicone grease is hydrophobic, so it's going to prevent moisture from getting in there and causing corrosion. It keeps these terminals looking great. Beautiful, and that's all there is to cleaning the terminals on your battery. We did the positive, I did the negative off camera. Now with both of these clean, the alternator isn't going to work as hard, the starter's not going to work as hard, the electrics in your car.
I like how he skimmed over the negative. Like, you want to unplug the negative and keep it unplugged and then unplug the positive. Because if the positive has energy or has voltage, then that's where you'll get shocked. But not the negative. So it seems relatively safe. Just as long as I wear gloves and unplug the negative first. I think. I don't know. Chris Fixit isn't really giving me all the information.
Actually did a survey on Instagram asking you to check your terminals and see if they're dirty or clean, and 44% said they were dirty, and that's over 190,000 people who answered this. So it's totally worth a quick check to make sure your terminals aren't corroded. Alright, so we're back at the white car with the dead battery. We know the terminals are clean, so there's a good electrical connection. Next, let's check the voltage. And to do that, grab your multimeter. If you don't have one, you can find these. Pretty inexpensive. They're a great tool to have, especially if you like working on cars. I'll be sure to leave a link in the description. And then you're going to want to set the multimeter to 12 or more DC volts. So we have 12 volts right there, and we're good to go. Now you can grab your prongs. Red goes to positive, black goes to negative. And check it out, we have 10.5 volts, and that number tells us a lot. Now when you do this test on your car, you want to see about 12.4 to 12.6 volts. That means your battery is fully charged. If your battery is lower than 12 volts, make sure you don't have anything on in the car by accident. And if you don't, it could be a bad alternator. You have a parasitic.
Yeah, under 12 is always bad.
I'll show you how to diagnose that.
Mine's around like 14 usually.
Tells me that we probably have a bad cell in the battery. Let me show you why. Now this old battery was also 10.5.
Whoa.
Specific voltage draw, or the battery itself could be going bad. I'll show you how to diagnose that. But this number right here, that 10.5 volts, that specific voltage tells me that we probably have a bad cell in the battery. Let me show you why. Now this old battery was also 10.5 volts when it was replaced, and it's the perfect example on why a battery goes bad. So I cut it open, that way I can show you what causes a bad battery, and also how a battery works. Now I want to make sure you guys don't cut open a battery at home. These are filled with very strong acid. I already neutralized the acid and I recycled it, but I wouldn't want you guys to get hurt. So instead of cutting open a battery, just stick to watching this.
And you wonder why I'm worried about touching this thing.
So the reason why when I saw 10.5 volts,
Acid, shocking,
because if one cell's dead, that's 2.1 volts.
burn your skin off, face off, welding your wrench to the car.
It's a bunch of grids. There's positive and negative grids in here. That's what this is right here. This grid actually broke off from vibration, and that's what one grid looks like. And behind this grid is another grid, and this grid is in a plastic sleeve that is very porous, so it allows the electrolyte and the electrons to flow through. But these two grids can't short out. If they touch, because they're right next to each other, they won't short out. They're insulated. Now, each of these grids has a paste on it. You can actually see some of the paste has fallen out due to vibration. That's why vibration damages batteries. This paste helps with the chemical reaction to create the electricity. So the more that falls off, the less power your battery gets. Now, the more grids you could fit into a cell, the more cold cranking amps you get. And the reason why this cell failed isn't just because one of these grids fell off. I mean, it's not good that one fell off. But if you look here, all of these grids are attached to this main piece of metal with very small, very fragile pieces. And if there's a little bit of corrosion...
Chris. Alright, well, I feel pretty good about working on my battery now. I think corrosive and electrical damage are the only things that might hurt me. So, gloves, not gonna cut it open. Okay. That was so good. Great breakfast. Okay, I'm gonna listen to something and then I'm gonna go and fix my car terminal. Um, you know, I'm gonna hopefully I don't come in with like a half burnt off face or anything.
This ball represents a cashback card that charges in.
You know that would suck. What the hell? What was that picture? Road to 100K. 7 support, chilling with friends.
Oh,
This guy's pretty cool. I don't really like Minecraft right now. Not into it. I'm more into manly stuff like cars, I guess. I don't care about all this stuff. What is happening right now? Why am I getting such terrible things? Are these guys live? Oh no, they're not. Why are my recommended so terrible? Nintendo's greed could change the tech industry. Whoa, hold on. No input detected?
I could probably build an entire second career just making videos about Nintendo's bad behavior. But the one
Dang.
today is one that's going to hit the wallet of nearly every
God dang. He came out swinging.
Switch 2 owner. The completely unnecessary left turn into proprietary bill that they have taken with the Switch 2. While the rest of the game console industry has made serious strides toward universal standards and interoperability, this dock is a classic example of locking down a product not for any reason, but just because we can, or to make a buck, or because, I don't know, fuck you. And the bigger problem here is that Nintendo is a market leader, and their actions may very well
They are a market leader.
other tech companies.
And that's what people don't realize. When one company does something, other ones follow.
Perfectly on the Switch 1, and in fact, every other device on the table. And the Switch 2? No, that's the only device
Oh god,
we're able to find that
it's too
won't
colorful for me
work.
right now. I don't like the color.
All of these
It's like
docks
too
and novelties
colorful
you're
for
looking
him.
at will work with the
I don't
Switch
really
1
know if I like it.
laptop, but you can't use them on your Switch 2. It would seem then that Nintendo has opted to make their new Universal Serial Bus device a little less universal. The question is how? I mean, it's still got a regular Type-C connector, so what's happening?
To find out, we have the Infineon Protocol Analyzer, a little device that intercepts the communication between two
What the-
USB-C PD devices.
What is that?
And allows us to see exactly
Bruh.
what Nintendo has done.
Oh, here we go.
What are they? Who made that? Whoever made that device, I would keep an eye on them.
Normal. Vendor-defined message. What the heck is a vendor-defined message?
What the heck?
What is this message from our sponsor?
Corsair. That's well, it's more and more function.
Did he make it? He's the one who made it. Keep an eye on him.
Universal. Although there's battery for Nickel about this hinge date. Oh, that or
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
It's gonna give us some additional The one. Let's take a step back and explain the wonders of USB in the modern age.
Okay.
Which is going to give us some additional context as to why we should be especially mad at Nintendo.
Yeah.
Since it's
I mean, I haven't bought a Nintendo Switch or a Switch 2. So
inception
yeah,
in
I'm just
1996,
trying to,
USB has been a
play
consistent
whenever I have
standard
it from other people.
many connectors with one
Otherwise, I'm just on my Steam Deck.
easy
What's
to
up?
insert connector. There's been tons of revisions with increases in power and data delivery.
It is so annoying how
More and more
the
functionality.
switches and all the plugins for like different styles have changed over the years. Like USB, you barely find it regular USB, USB-C, micro USB. Like it's so annoying. Whatever this one is, the double mini and micro. it's just it's frustrating.
All while maintaining a pretty robust backwards and forwards compatibility. It's honestly a pretty impressive collaboration in an industry of min-maxing profit tools. Arguably its biggest change.
Yeah, it's frustrating,
is the
but
introduction of the USB
what he's saying is that it
which
does
is
work.
partially intended to make all USB devices just a little more universal. Although there's definitely been some snags in the decade plus since the update. In an effort to reduce
Yeah, it's kind of gotten to the point where whenever I'm buying like new chargers for my phone, I'm like, okay, wait, which one is it again? Is it USB-C or is it like Lightning? Is it micro?
the amount of USB-C devices that may fry each other because of voltage and compatibility.
Oh my god, I forgot about
the
that.
USB-C PD, or Power Delivery Standard, was released. As many of you will know, that's a protocol for negotiation between two devices to communicate their power and data capabilities. Lucas from the labs just wrote a really fantastic article about this handshake. And if you want a little more detail, you should definitely give that a read. For now, let's test what's actually happening with the Switch 2. To understand what we're working with, let's test out the Switch 2 in the Switch 2 dock first. And we have image. Wow, these two devices meant to work together. Fantastic. Let's take a look at what all these messages mean. This interface can be a little bit overwhelming if you don't know exactly.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that means. I thought I did, but I don't. Okay, so nothing. Nothing, 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 got nothing. Wow. $150, really? Wow, you can actually just suck, man. You can actually just fill your throat with me. Okay, what is this? What is this thing talking about? Whoa, the true shape. What is that? This is the true shape of the classic limousine. What is he talking about? I thought that was gonna be a banger video, but guess not.
What you're looking for. The main thing to know is the message column is the messages that are being sent in between the two docks. In the power role, we have SNK, which is our sync device, and SRC, which is our source device. In this case, our source is our dock, and our sync is the switch. So the first thing we're seeing is the source offering up its capabilities. So when you look in this pane over here, you can see that it's offering 5, 9, and 15 volt power. Good CRC, which you'll see all the way down, just means Roger. Then our switch is talking, SNK, and it's looking for object position 3, which is the 15 volts of power. We get a Roger, we get an accept.
Makes sense.
From our dock. We get another Roger. Next we...
If anyone doesn't get this, it's just because you're not good enough. You gotta get better. Okay, this is easy.
We have power supply ready, meaning it's getting ready to deliver its power. We got our Roger. Then we have a data role swap. So now the switch is switching roles, and it's kind of taking control of the interaction. Then we get our beacon swap, and to oversimplify, it's just another part of kind of the data role swap. We got good, power supply ready. And then we have a little soft reset.
Soft reset. What?
This SOP prime. That's actually when the USB devices are talking.
Oh, so it's talking to each other.
Devices. So
what?
It might be
What's happening?
Talking to a cable that's in between, if it's an active cable, or part of the dock or something. So right now it's doing a little soft reset for those. Then we have our vendor-defined messages, and you can see in this pane,
Discover.
It's asking for discover identity. And this is the first time that our dock and our switch are going to communicate. Hey, you Nintendo? Are you a Nintendo device? Vendor-defined doesn't mean that it's like an exclusive lockdown necessarily, but it can. And then in quick, basically we have these vendor-defined messages where the
it's like, oh, you're not Nintendo? Oh, wow. That's a little like,
mode.
It's a little racist, bro.
Clearly a lot of vendor-defined messages.
Whoa.
And this is sort of where the things become a little unusual.
Yeah, that's weird.
In this case,
what?
It's going to work, and we get a display on our screen after they've negotiated their modes. But let's take a look at what happens when we connect the Switch 2 to a dock that won't work. Now we're going to test out this pretty generic Nucleum USB Type-C dongle.
Yeah,
you can immediately see things are a little bit different. Our dongle gives it source capabilities. The Switch requests based on that. We get our power supply ready, beacon swap, and then the data roll swap.
Sync
and you can
capabilities.
see that it's actually in a different
Get
order.
sync
The
up.
beacon and the data roll swap are in a different order, which ends up in a reject from the Switch. They try this a couple times. Eventually, it works.
Yeah.
Power supply. We do our little
Vendor-defined. Whoa, what is that?
And then we do it all again, and that's a little bit strange. Why are we doing it all again?
Yeah, what happened there?
Yeah. We're getting to our intermediate
Soft
reset, and then we're into our vendor-defined. We're trying to find who's talking to who in specific. Are these Nintendo products? And then we're discovering the modes. And this is generally the display port modes in this.
Dude, these game industries suck. These game industries just suck.
We get connected, we get UFD connected, and then it kind of just like fizzles out, and then it sort of stops communicating. And that's going to be kind of a reoccurring pattern where things don't happen in the same order, things get confused, and then the communication kind of just ceases. Let me show you on a monitor. This one's even more clear why things aren't working. They're trying to do the data role swap, and there's a rejection happening from the switch. these two buddies not working together so good. But we're still seeing
Oh,
that pattern that
because
the
there's
Switch
the-
has a little bit of a difficulty
Oh.
negotiating when things don't go exactly as it.
So yeah, I guess this is like one thing that the Steam Deck has on the Switch like very clearly. Because with the Steam Deck, you can just take any sort of dock and take like whatever wire you have, connect it to the Steam Deck, which is USB-C, and it will always connect. Like, I could possibly find a way to connect it to my laptop. I could connect it to that thing with just like a wire. I could probably connect it to like multiple monitors if I wanted to. Like it's just totally seamless. So, I mean, yeah, some of this might be kind of difficult to understand, but it's just basically saying like, no, you have to have the Nintendo dock to actually display this on the TV. You can't connect it without the dock. You can't just get wires and connect it that way. No, you need our dock. Take our dock deep. We have a big dock.
Expecting. That means only hardware with the exact validated negotiation can decode
Exactly.
these messages
Yeah.
and successfully negotiate a display
So,
out from
yeah.
the Switch 2. And this isn't a technical limitation of USB-C itself. Most PD devices can navigate these operations in different orders and make it work.
Am I still going?
Rather,
Oh my god.
I think the most likely answer here, and the one that avoids making claims we can't absolutely confirm, is that Nintendo made sure that it worked on their
Wow,
own devices
yeah.
and then stopped their
Steam Deck
efforts.
doesn't do that.
That means that even if a third-party dock has the correct power delivery and video output
Oops.
capability, it just won't fully function.
Switch fans are just
unless
like
it can successfully communicate
punching the
using
air right now. I can
Nintendo's
tell.
Specific undisclosed protocols. This communications lockdown definitely could be malicious, but I wouldn't feel confident taking Nintendo to court about it. But I'm not sure I would chalk it up to pure carelessness either. The most likely scenario, in our opinion, is that this is an example of tactical laziness. What a beautiful term. Because the benefit of this...
Oh yeah, that's like my car.
is
That's what my car has.
so
Tactical
obvious.
laziness.
Money. You need a second dock in your house? Well, instead of using something you already have, that'll be $120 more directly to Nintendo.
Yep,
Thank you very
exactly.
much. You want to go traveling and have something more portable. Time to order another expensive Nintendo-approved accessory. It makes me wonder if we would be better if they just used proprietary port. On
Yeah,
the
just
one hand,
yeah, of course,
it
obviously.
would solve the seeming
Ew, what-
underhandedness of the issue and the ensuing
Bro,
consumer
what is that? Why is he laying
Everyone
like that,
would've
bro?
known from the get-go about the incompatibility, and maybe Nintendo could have justified it with a neat, unique feature like a locking port, all while leaving the top USB port as is for charging. But that would mean needing to develop and manufacture a proprietary port, possibly upping the price over a mass-produced generic part, with Nintendo fronting the R&D cost. And proprietary
So they're
ports
just not being a
means
team
that
player,
it's
basically.
Nintendo's own IP, so
They're
they can
just
set
yeah. It seems like they're just. I mean, they have so many good IPs that it would work for them to kind of be their own like island, I guess, with no kind of connection with other industries like PS5, Xbox, computer. They all connect. You can like play similar games. But on Nintendo, you can only play Nintendo games. So I mean, that's like a marketing strategy and just a business strategy, honestly, because the demand is so high, and there's no one else that can get them, that they can pretty much act however they want, because they know that people are gonna have to buy them.
Get the license
So yeah,
fee,
they're.
probably upping the cost on
I mean,
third-party
I wouldn't.
accessories. It would also
I can
mean
see where they're coming from, saying that they wouldn't want to take them to court about it, but it does seem shady at best. It seems shady at best.
increased e-waste long-term when there's more Switch 2 docks
And it seems
left
thought
than
out.
Switch 2 players. That's really not ideal. On the other hand, it's exceptionally frustrating to be able to correctly plug in your accessories and then not have them work. To be fair,
Yeah, see
that's
that, yeah.
not a Nintendo exclusive problem. All
I mean,
types
not a Steam Deck.
cables have not been created.
Not a
equal.
Steam Deck.
It's an ongoing issue, but in my
Not for
personal
me.
experience, the compatibility issues are generally trending towards becoming solved not launching themselves towards totally unnecessary compatibility catastrophe, which just makes
Dude, right, ever since I saw the Steam Deck being announced, like the first day, I knew it was going to be the best, and it's going to last years. I got it in like 2022, it's 2025. Bro, this thing is still chugging along just fine.
this so infuriating.
It's so good.
Especially since the Switch 2 is less capable than most modern regular Type-C devices. The charging caps out at around 15 watts, which may be good for battery health long term, but it certainly would be nice to have the option to fast charge when necessary, and variable refresh rate is currently not possible via...
Wait, is lightning charging bad in the short, over long term? Unhealthy. I guess Reddit. Unfortunately, I think Reddit might have the answer. Lightning chargers are terrible. Lightning chargers are terrible. This is kind of a rant, but why do lightning chargers suck so bad? I have a very, very old USB charger from many, many years ago that still works. Is it good? No. It is slow and the device will die if you used it while charging with the cable, but it charges. My iPad never had an issue with charging any USB-C. My charger is amazing and never had any issues. Every time I have a single lightning charger, is a terrible. I have like 7. Okay. I don't care about the lightning charger not working. I care about the lightning charger making the phone battery better. Or making the phone battery worse. Please don't use cheap, unofficial lightning chargers. Unhealthy for battery. Dude, look at this guy. Yeah, I need to look something up. I need to sign in to something. Okay, guys, we have a new addition. We have a new addition to the crew. We got a new addition to the crew. It's Grok, baby! Let's go! Alright. Is lightning cable bad for battery? Using lightning cable isn't inherently bad for your device's battery. The cable is just a conduit for power, and its impact on battery health depends on how it's used and the quality of the cable and the charger. Here's a quick breakdown. If you're using a good quality lightning cable and following decent charging habits, it's not bad for your battery. It's okay. Why doesn't everyone use it then? Not everyone uses lightning cable because of several factors of compatibility, cost, industry trends, and user preference. Here's a concise explanation. Device compatibility. Lightning cables are proprietary to Apple devices. Android versus Windows, they don't have it. Industry shift, cost and availability, user ecosystem. Oh, is it, so it's only iPhone? Yes, lightning cable. Oh. Okay. Here, wait, 1 second. I need to see if these work. I took these, okay, I took these from somewhere. So do nitrile exam gloves if I wear If I wear nitrile exam gloves, will I be safe from a shock from a car battery? Will be safe from getting shocked by a car battery? Sorry, my English. I have many languages. If I wear nitrile exam gloves, will I be safe from getting shocked by a car battery? Wearing nitrile insulation can provide handling a car battery, but not guaranteed. Safeguard. Here's a quick breakdown. Safety tips. Okay. Well, I should probably do this stupid thing. Oh wait. Do I unplug the unplug the positive or negative terminal first? With a car battery. We should unplug the positive or negative terminal first. I think negative, right? Why negative first? Unplug the negative terminal first. Okay, perfect. Should I go do it? $26. Oh my god, I'm so beautiful. Oh my god, it takes so long, bro. I'll just claim it all, I guess. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go work on my car, I think. How long have I even been live for? God, yeah, it's probably gonna be like 30 minutes while I do this. So 30 minutes. I'm gonna do that. I already put coolant in my car earlier. So I need to do batteries. Yeah, 30 minutes there. I'm going to come in, probably shower. After that, I'm going to go to a festival. I most likely want to go to the gym too. So I will do that. Oh, yeah. I really, actually, man, I should probably just go to the, I should probably fix my car and then go to the gym. I might do that. Okay, but yeah, so anyways, guys, in the title, I said I was going to be back later, so I will be back later to run some Hollow Knight, and then SilkSong comes out in 4 days. That's big. That's huge. I'm gonna, I hope it's not like $60. I'd imagine it's only like 39 max. But yeah, whatever. We'll be back later. And I will make a lot of progress in Hollow Knight today.